All right, August the 15th, 10:05. This is not going to be a detecting or a hunting video. We're going to talk here a little bit about this Mr. Bryan Kohberger. Inmate Bryan Kohberger. How about that? You know, I'm looking around on the internet. I don't know if everything I read on there is true or false, okay? I don't know. But if a lot of what I'm seeing on the internet is true, there may be some university professors and faculty where this gentleman, where this inmate went to school that have guilty consciences. Now, I've seen one report, I guess it's Washington State University. This gentleman had 13 complaints lodged against him. So there's two questions here I want to ask. How many students in that school system had 13 complaints against them besides this inmate, current inmate? And what was done about these complaints? I mean, was this guy counseled? Was he suspended? Expelled? What exactly? Now you're talking about supposed to be a grown man going to a university. I've seen one report where one professor feared he would be a stalker. Well, why would he say that? Now remember, what I'm talking about here in this video, this Bryan Kohberger, he could still be on the loose. Wonder if he would have did a little better job at covering his tracks. He could still be out there, couldn't he? Would he kill again? So here's where I'm going with this video. You're like an employee when you're going to school. So you've got these professors, and oh, by the way, who in this university, did the dean of this university know about these 13 complaints against Bryan Kohberger? Did they even know? So what did they do? I mean, they didn't expel him, evidently. He kept going to school, didn't he? He paid his tuition or whatever, and they kept him in. What if they'd have kicked his ass out? He might have committed murders, but he might not have committed them where he did, huh? He might have went back to Pennsylvania and did it. I don't know. I suspect this gentleman felt rejected. That's my theory. I'm not a psychologist or a psychiatrist. But when you have a person like this with this many complaints, and it's all behavior related, what did the university do exactly? Did they expel him? Did they even call the police? Maybe they should have expelled him and called the police. Now remember, just because a police officer or whoever is checking on you, and they could even be following you around because of some suspicious behavior you've done in the past, that doesn't mean you're guilty of anything. But wonder if they would have caught Kohberger's car in and around this apartment complex a few times. You see where I'm going with this? And then these people would have got murdered. They would have known right where to have went, right? But they might have even intercepted him. They might have seen him snooping around there and put the fear of God in his ass. So nobody really did anything with this guy. All of these paid professionals at that university, what did they do? Are there any more people out there going to school and universities that are exhibiting what you would call abnormal behavior? This is abnormal behavior from all accounts. What he did, as far as people complaining about him, those were the warning signals. And these paid, highly educated people couldn't even connect the damn dots, could they? At least from a suspicion standpoint, like, look, maybe we need to call the police. Maybe we need to expel this guy. How many complaints do you get lodged against you in a university before they can your ass exactly? There's something to learn from this, okay? All these other universities out there, even manufacturers, large employers, there's something to learn from this. If you've got an employee exhibiting very abnormal behavior, and remember, this guy's going to damn what? Going to graduate school. He's not acting like he's got much sense, is he? Something's wrong. But these people, these professors, they were seeing this, or they were getting word of it from fellow students, and what the hell did they do? They have a responsibility, don't they? They didn't do anything, I don't guess. I'd like to hear what they did. "13 complaints, and I believe most of them may have came from women." Well, what would that suggest? I mean, this guy could have been referred. The university could have said, "Oh, wait just a damn minute. No, we're kicking your ass out. You can come back maybe, but you're going to have to be down mentally evaluated." You know, going to college is not a damn right in this country. It's a damn privilege, okay? That's the truth. But that's not how this guy was treated. He was treated like, oh, him going to college is like a damn right. I mean, if he'd had 100 complaints against him, what would they have done? You know, when the numbers start adding up, and maybe there's a common denominator, you know, if you got a bunch of women, if it's all women complaining and the stories sort of line up, and these women are not even, they don't even know each other, what does that tell you? So yeah, he pled guilty. We can only what? We can only presume he did it. He pled guilty. The evidence looked like to be strongly pointed in the direction he committed the crimes. But when you go back and start looking, you try to figure out what people were actually, what were the professionals doing? These people get paid big money teaching in these universities. What if this would have been a high school? Same damn thing. You just don't blow this shit off. You get the person, you get some eyes on this person, get some professionals, see what they're doing. And then if the law enforcement or whoever sees something that would allow for probable cause, then maybe they can get some damn search warrants. And then they might nail this shit down faster, huh? And like, wait a minute, this guy here, we went and looked on his damn social media. We went and looked at his damn hard drives on his computer. We've looked at his cell phones. We've went and looked at the tracking on his cell phones. So in more real time, there's more probably could have been done with Mr. Inmate Kohberger. That's going to conclude the video.